Ryan has to have a strong pull-out game because
So my friend just picked this bike up. It's a 05636, and he's got a leak on his alternator cover or stator cover, so we'll get taking care of that. So this is BikeTender's bike. It's a Ninja 636. The previous owner had to change the stator coil, which is behind here. He had to change it out, and when he did, he added a whole bunch of black RTV silicone to the gasket, which is a big no-no. And now he's got an oil leak coming from this cover. So we're going to take this off, change out, we're going to clean the mating surfaces and replace the gasket. First thing, sometimes there's oil in here, so we're going to get our green pan underneath. Now we're going to take this off. You're going to want to go in a star pattern. So like right now I'm just breaking them so that it comes off evenly so it doesn't warp. Alright, so now we got them all off. Pull this off gently. You might have to rock it a little bit. Oh, you're going to have a force because of there's a really strong magnet in here. So pull the old gasket off. So right here, this is a stator coil. This is basically the same thing as an alternator for a motorcycle. And we have to clean this gasket surface here, and we also have to clean and remove the old gasket. And watch out for your dowel pins, the little rods that stick out. They kind of keep the gasket in place and make it so that when you put the cover on, it stays aligned. Watch out for these and make sure they don't fall inside, and when you put this back in, make sure that they're there in place. So for now, just clean the surface, clean this surface, and we'll move on to the next step. Whenever you're replacing a gasket, you want to make sure you don't use RTV silicone on top of a gasket unless the manufacturer specifically requires that you do that. Kawasaki's pretty good about creating gaskets that don't require that. And as you can see, I can't really get this into macro, but this gasket surface is incredibly gritty. And that's what the RTV does whenever it's with another gasket. These gaskets are fairly thick. I don't know if you can see, but they have a decent thickness to them. And let me just explain real quick. If you don't know what a gasket is, when two metal mating surfaces, such as this mating surface and this mating surface, when they come together like this, they actually aren't perfectly flat. So as you're riding, there's tiny little grooves that oil can slip through and create leaks. So a gasket fits in between the two and it's sandwiched between, and it takes up all of the space from the mistakes of the machining or the warping or whatever it is, and it prevents leaks. If you use an RTV silicone, it's going to create this grittiness, and it kind of, in some cases, increases the amount of grooves between the two, and oil can slip through it. Like in this case, RTV was not needed because of the quality of these gaskets. It actually hindered its ability to stop leaks, and now we're running into this problem. So when we reapply this, we're not going to add any silicone or RTV. Whenever you clean the gasket surface, I'm using a razor blade with a little yellow holder thing. You want to go carefully. You don't want to score it really bad. But I am using a razor blade, and I'm going at a very shallow angle, and you just want to scrape off any of the little crap that's stuck to it. But do not score it. Be very careful. And go all the way around. You're going to do this to this surface, and you're also going to do it to the mating surface in the back. Once you're done, clean it off with contact cleaner, brake cleaner, whatever you can. You want this to be a very clean finish. Once we get the gasket surfaces clean, we're going to get our dowel pins and put them in the positions that they are supposed to be. there's supposed to be one right here and another one up here. Now we have a mating surface. This whole engine, actually, the lower half comes down. So we have a mating surface here and a mating surface roughly around here, right there. So we have to put a tiny dab of silicone gasket maker material right here, just a little bit, not a glob, here and here, because their mating surfaces may not exactly be perfect. They might be offset, and that could allow oil to seep through. So we're just going to get a little bit of our gasket material, find where the lineup is, which is right here. And we're just going to put a tiny bit right there, which is like very, very thin. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side, which is right there. There we go. Now we're going to get our new gasket and put it in place. We'll get our new gasket and we'll center it over the dowel pins. It might be a little bit tricky. I'll get this thing back out. It's stuck in the back. There we go. One there, one there. Try to get it to hold in place. We have a little grommet right here, and we're going to put some more of this gasket maker material, silicone, whatever, right on that surface, because this makes an uneven surface as well. So we're going to put some right about there. I want a little bit over, so let's get some of that. And now we're good to put it on. So when you put it on, there is a strong magnet, so you're going to have to overcome it. Try your best to keep it centered. Make sure that that goes on right. There we go. Now we got that on. Take a dead blow hammer. Just tap it in place, start throwing bolts in. If your manufacturer's recommendation says that this has to be torqued down in a specific order, then follow that recommendation. Right now I just have them snug. They are not torqued to spec by any means or tight at all. So now I have the torque wrench set to 104 inch-pounds. That's what these bolts call for on this year, make, and model. So when you torque them down, you don't want to torque them down to their immediate torque unless it's like a really light torque, like I'll just get that one like this. And you kind of want to go evenly, so try your best to keep them evenly torqued. You want to go in a star pattern or go crisscross so that you don't warp the metal and they get torqued down evenly. So you won't have this side that's really tight and this side that's all loose, and that could warp the metal and give you a bad seal. Now we're going to start clicking. So we did that one, so we'll go here. That one and this one. I think I might have gotten this one already. Alright. And just go around and make sure that they're all torqued down to spec. You don't necessarily have to go in a star pattern. So it's really that simple. Look at your manufacturer's recommendations on how to tighten the cover and if you should apply sealant or not. That's really pretty much it. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know if you guys need anything.